On today's episode, we're headed to the most epic playground in Zimbabwe. Drumroll please. It's the Mana Pools National Park. Now, this is the ultimate wilderness wonderland, and trust me, the wilderness is as wild as it gets. Imagine a place where the Zambezi River flows like a golden ribbon through the African savanna, and the big five: lions, leopards, rhinos, elephants, and Cape buffalo. They throw a wild party like they're in a nature documentary, with hippos giggling and snorting, hyenas howling with laughter, and elephants dancing in the sunset. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is like a real-life jungle book. So grab your binoculars, your sense of humor, and your love for all things wild and wonderful, because today we're off to a thrilling safari adventure in Mana Pools. My name is Kachi, aka Keiko, and this is Travel Essentials. Mana Pools National Park, situated in northern Zimbabwe along the southern bank of the Zambezi River, is one of Africa's most renowned wilderness areas. Covering an area of approximately 2,196 square kilometers, this park forms part of a larger UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized in 1984 for its ecological significance and pristine beauty. The name Mana means four in Shona, the Bantu language of the Shona people of Zimbabwe, and refers to the four large pools that dominate the floodplains, remnants of old oxbow lakes carved by the river over millennia. Mana Pools is characterized by its wide floodplains, extensive woodlands, and the mighty Zambezi River, and the park's location in the Zambezi Valley makes it a unique ecological zone, where the river's annual flooding patterns create a dynamic and fertile environment. The terrain is a fantastic and fascinating mix of open grasslands, acacia and mahogany forests, and riverine landscapes. The four main pools, Main, Chine, Long, and Chisambuk, along with the several smaller ones, are focal points for wildlife, especially during the dry season when animals congregate around these water sources. And access to this fantastic site is typically via charter flights or a long drive from Harare, the capital of Zimbabwe. Mana Pools is celebrated for its exceptional wildlife viewing opportunities. The park hosts a variety of large mammals, including elephants, buffalo, zebras, and an array of antelope species such as kudu, impala, and eland. Predators are also well represented, with lions, leopards, cheetahs, and hyenas being the main carnivores. One of the park highlights is the opportunity to see elephants up close. The elephants here are known for their behavior of standing on their hind legs to reach high branches, a unique adaptation that is rarely observed elsewhere. Buffalo herds are commonly seen in very large numbers, often accompanied by cattle egrets and, of course, oxpeckers. The river itself is home to numerous hippos and crocodiles. The hippos are frequently seen wallowing in pools or grazing on the floodplains, while crocodiles bask on the riverbanks or just lurk behind and below the surface. Birdwatchers are in for a treat, with over 350 bird species recorded in the park. Highlights include the carmine bee-eater, African fish eagle, Goliath heron, and various species of kingfishers, and of course, storks. The varied habitats support a rich avian diversity, making it a prime destination for ornithologists. One of the unique aspects of Mana Pools is the freedom to explore on foot. Walking safaris are a popular way to experience the park, providing an intimate and immersive way to observe wildlife and appreciate the subtleties of the ecosystem. Trained guides lead these walks, of course, ensuring safety while interpreting the flora and fauna encountered along the way. There's also the option of canoe safaris on the Zambezi River, which offer a totally different perspective. Paddling down the river, visitors can silently approach wildlife at the water's edge and enjoy the tranquil beauty of the surroundings. The river is also a popular spot for fishing, which tigerfish being a prize catch for anglers is always available. Game drives, however, in open 4x4 vehicles allow visitors to cover more ground and explore areas that are less accessible on foot. These drives often take place early in the morning or late in the afternoon when animals are most active. And of course, there's the night drives, which provide a chance to see nocturnal species such as porcupines, civets, and various nightjars, as well as the occasional predator on the prowl. Now, in terms of accommodations in manor pools, they range from basic campsites to luxurious lodges, catering to different preferences and budgets. Most lodges and campsites are located along the river, offering stunning views and easy access to wildlife. The park's remote location means that it is less crowded than some other safari destinations, providing a more exclusive and, of course, tranquil experience. The best time to visit is during the dry season, from May to October, when animals gather around the pools and along the river. The weather is cooler and the vegetation less dense, making wildlife spotting so much easier. Wow, this place is so amazing, isn't it? And this is not even the lot of it. But of course, we have to take a short break. But when we do come back, I'll be giving you a great itinerary for Manor Pools Park that you can have handy if you do choose to visit, with lots of fun activities and adventures to do. So hold on to your horses or camels or zebras and let's go on a very short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You're tuned on to Travel Essentials right here on KongaTV. Now, we've been speaking on the wonderful Manor Pools National Park of Zimbabwe, where wildlife and adventure mix oh so beautifully. And so, for this part of the show, I'll be giving you a curated sample itinerary with a great mix of relaxation and, of course, adventure. You ready? Let's go! Day 1, arrival and introduction to the wilderness. In the morning, you can arrive at Manor Pools National Park and check into your accommodation, which might be a cozy lodge or a well-appointed campsite. Take some time to unwind and enjoy the stunning views of the Zambezi River. The peaceful surroundings will help you feel at ease and very excited for the adventures ahead. In the afternoon, you can join a guided walking safari to get familiar with the park's unique features and, of course, learn essential safety guidelines. Your guide will share insights about the local wildlife and the fascinating history of the park. This introductory walk sets the stage for your upcoming experiences. In the evening, you can enjoy a sundowner by the river, watching as elephants and hippos make their way to the water. Dinner will be served under the stars, accompanied by the sounds of the African night. Day 2, exploring on foot and by canoe. In the morning, you can start your day with an early morning walk to the park to get all that blood juggling. This is the prime time for spotting animals, as they are most active during the cooler hours. Accompanied by a guide, you will venture to some of the best viewing spots, including the famous Manor Pools. You'll experience the thrill of seeing wildlife up close and learn about their habits and the environment they inhabit. In the afternoon, however, after a satisfying lunch and some rest, you can set off on a canoe trip along the Zambezi River. Paddling quietly, you pass by elephants drinking at the water's edge, crocodiles basking in the sun, and a variety of bird species flitting about. This peaceful activity offers a unique way to observe the animals and enjoy the natural surroundings from the water. In the evening, you can return to camp for a delicious dinner, followed by a night drive to spot nocturnal animals such as hyenas, gannets, and perhaps a leopard, if you may. Day 3, game drives and relaxation. In the morning, begin your day with a game drive in an open 4x4 vehicle. This allows you to explore deeper parts of Manor Pools National Park, offering a chance to see a wide variety of wildlife. You may encounter large herds of buffalo and eland, and if you're lucky, you might spot a pride of lions resting in the shade. The early hours are ideal for observing animals as they are more active before the heat of the day sets in. In the afternoon, after your morning adventure, return to your lodge for a leisurely lunch. Take this time to unwind during the hottest part of the day. You can relax by the pool or in a hammock, perhaps enjoying a good book or simply appreciating the serene environment. In the evening, as the day cools, head out again for another game drive or opt for a guided bird-watching walk. The park is home to a diverse array of bird species, making this a rewarding activity, if I do say so, especially in the late afternoon when birds are even more active. On to day 4, fishing and cultural experiences. In the morning time, you can spend it engaging in the traditional art of fishing in the Zambezi River. This waterway is renowned for its tigerfish, offering an exciting challenge for anglers of all levels. Your experienced guide will equip you with all the necessary gear and, of course, provide expert guidance to increase your chances of a successful catch. In the afternoon, a trip isn't fully complete if you don't immerse yourself in the culture totally. So, you can venture beyond the boundaries of the park to visit a nearby local community. Here, you can have the opportunity to immerse yourself in the rich culture and traditions of the region's inhabitants. Interact with the locals, listen to their stories, and gain insight into their way of life. This authentic cultural experience offers a deeper understanding of the area's heritage and, of course, fosters meaningful connections with all its people. And in the evening time, yes, things are winding down now, and that return ticket is looking at you funny. And so you can return to the tranquility of the park for a final evening under the stars. Gather around the campfire for a farewell dinner with your fellow travelers, and it's always fun to share anecdotes and, of course, reflections on your adventures in mana pools, creating lasting memories of your time spent in this remarkable corner of Zimbabwe. And day 5, departure. In the morning, you can rise early for one last opportunity to witness the wonders of mana pools. Choose between a final guided walk or a game drive to bid farewell to the park's inhabitants and savor the serene beauty of the wilderness. If you have a morning flight, you will be assisted by the guides in mana pools to make sure all is organized and you're back home with all those memories to share. And that's all, folks. We've had a blast exploring the wild and wonderful world of Mana Pools National Park. From the Zambezi River's shimmering waters to the Big 5 staring holes, this park has been a real-life nature documentary like no other. So as we pack up our binoculars and bid farewell to this African adventure, we're left with unforgettable memories of those hippos, those laughing hyenas, and elephants living their best lives. Until next time, stay wild, stay wonderful, and remember, Mana Pools National Park is waiting for you to come back and get your wild on. Be sure to stay tuned to KongaTV for more amazing shows, but as always, I remain Kachi, aka Keiko. Until next time.